I can't keep this secret anymore. I am so excited to announce that I finally have a brand new electric wheelchair. This is such a game changer for me. And honestly, calling it a blessing feels quite like an understatement. It's like getting a part of my life back that I thought I had lost forever. But before we dive into all the amazing details, and before I show you how this new electric wheelchair works, let's talk about what led to this incredible moment. Imagine waking up one day and realizing you've lost your legs. That would be quite terrifying, right? Suddenly, even the simplest of tasks become impossible. You can't get out of bed, you can't move around your home, or even step outside to feel the sun on your face. Imagine what kind of miserable existence that would be. Well, unfortunately, that's exactly how I felt when I lost my wheelchair to a heartless scam. My independence and my freedom vanished into thin air overnight, just like that. But then, when I least expected it, something incredible happened. Hey there, friends. If you remember, a while back, I shared a crazy and unbelievable story about how I lost my wheelchair to a scam. Let me tell you, life without my wheelchair was like being thrown into the deep end of the pool without a floaty. I felt emotionally drained, defeated, and honestly pretty limited. I always jokingly say that I never really feel disabled until I hit a huge barrier, and boy, this was a doozy, a real doozy. It felt like I'd been cut off from the world entirely, like I was living in a bubble that was shrinking by the day. In fact, sometimes it felt like that bubble was shrinking by the second. It was isolating and, well, kind of terrifying. Everyday tasks became these monumental challenges. Just getting out of bed was a mission. Like, I normally use my wheelchair to get up, so without it, I felt like I was in some kind of extreme sports challenge, minus the fun. Changing my bedding or getting to the bathroom or to the toilet, that was a whole new adventure in discomfort. Navigating the house or even going outside, forget it. It was like being in a very boring prison. But here's the good news. My amazing friends and family were there for me. Some people even suggested that I set up a fundraising page to get a new wheelchair, and that was a bit of a leap for me. I've always been the type of person to handle things on my own, and I always feel like asking for help is just burdening people unnecessarily. But I realized that asking for help isn't a weakness. It's actually a sign of strength. So in the end, I actually did set up a Buy Me a Coffee page where people could donate to help me purchase a new wheelchair. The response was incredible. I got donations from my family, friends, and even strangers. Some folks wanted to stay anonymous and others contributed publicly. Then there's this amazing twist in the story. A friend of mine reached out to me to ask about the kind of wheelchair that I needed, what kind of features, and stuff like that. And being an engineer, I thought this was very natural of him to ask. Little did I know that he was actually thinking of and planning to buy me one. I was hesitant to accept his generous offer. I thought to myself, my friend is just getting started with his own life. He recently got married, is a new father, is also in the process of setting up his own business. He has a lot on his plate. So I felt like it was unnecessary a burden for him to take on. But being the generous and kind-hearted person that he is, he was quite insistent. And honestly, this gesture was so heartwarming and kind. It meant the absolute world to me. Within a week or so, my friend sent me some pictures and videos of the new electric wheelchair he was thinking of getting for me, just asking if it was something that I wanted. I was so excited. And within just a few days, maybe a week or so, I received the wheelchair. Man, it was probably one of the happiest days of my life. When my friend had initially brought up the idea that he wanted to buy me a brand new wheelchair, I did tell him that I had already set up a Buy Me a Coffee wish list page where people who wanted to donate towards my new equipment could help me by donating. He was like, yeah, that's fine, but I also know that you have been unwell and you have a lot of medical bills to deal with. So I am going to buy the wheelchair for you, but you can still keep the page up, and then you can use those funds that were meant for the wheelchair to cover up the medical expenses that you are currently incurring. And man, it was so touching because honestly, having been sick for such a long time, I can tell you that the medical bills are just piling up. And there's a lot of things that I need. You guys can just imagine how it must be. So the fact that he was even still willing to do that for me, even though I already had people who were contributing towards buying me a new wheelchair, was just incredible. And to this day, I thank God for him. And I thank God for everybody else who was a part of this whole process. The guys who donated, the people who shared the page, even the people who suggested that I do this. I can't thank you all enough. You guys are incredible. And guess what? This new wheelchair is everything I hoped for and more. It's made my life so much better. It has improved the quality of my life in amazing ways. I can go out, I can see people, I can breathe fresh air. Oh gosh, how much I'd missed breathing in fresh air. And just live a little bit more freely. The wheelchair is also super portable, and that's a big plus. It makes traveling a breeze, even though most of my recent travels have been back and forth to the hospital or the doctor's office. I can easily lift the wheelchair into vehicles. Of course, that's a joke. I personally can't do that, but my caregiver can easily lift it into vehicles. It folds up easily, and it even has a feature where a caregiver can control it if I'm not feeling up to it for whatever reason, illness or otherwise. Plus, the wheelchair also has a reclining feature that I really love, so I can kick back and relax whenever I need to. It's been a game changer, to say the very least. Once again, thank you so much to everyone who made this a reality for me. I could never express how grateful I truly am. If you enjoyed this update, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and hit that subscribe button to keep up with my journey. You can also support me by buying me a cup of coffee, or however many you would like, through my Buy Me a Coffee page. All you need to do is go to www.buymeacoffee.com/Aaron Shu, and you'll be able to donate by buying me some cups of coffee. Your support means the world to me. Until next time, take care, and remember, stay awesome.